You know, there is a big interest in nostalgia. Some people say nostalgia isn't what it used to be, but I sure think it is. I am just fascinated when I run across people who have, I don't know, influenced me so greatly as a younger person. Pat, you must hate that when people call up and they talk to you and they say, Pat, I remember you when I was just a little kid.
Oh, no, I'm used to it. It's better than some of them will say, if I didn't know Pat Buttram was dead, I'd swear you were him. That shakes you up a little.
I guess so.
No, but I started out early, and I'm still doing probably more than I ever did, working more. But
you do a lot of the voices for Disney sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, I do the same voice. I only got the one voice, but I've done the last 5 animated feature, like Robin Hood, The Fox and the Hounds, and Roger Rabbit, and The Rescuers.
Uh-huh.
I've done quite a few.
I always picture you as one of the prominent sidekicks. You know, when anybody talks sidekick, I guess we we certainly had Andy Devine, and we had Pat Brady, right?
Yeah, I'm the last guy left in the sidekick line. Smiley and Gabby and Slim Pickens and Chill Wills and
they've all passed on, huh?
Tonto, they're all gone. Yeah.
That was Jay Silverheels, I guess.
Yeah, Jay's gone.
Yeah, you remember Gabby Hayes probably before he had a beard, huh?
Well, back when he used to get the girl in pictures, I knew him.
That was a ways back, huh?
And then I was with Gene Autry for years as a sidekick, and then I went to sidekicking much better with Ava Gabor. She's pretty nice to be alongside of. I was in Green Acres 7 years.
Hey, that's right. What was the character name you played?
Mr. Haney.
That's right.
Yeah,
in fact, I think you were the highlight of the whole show.
Well, the pig really stole the scenes. Arnold the pig.
Do you know where that whole business of sidekick came from? I mean, nobody else had sidekicks except Western people, right?
Oh, yeah, they've been all through history. Dr. Watson was a great one.
I just come to think of it. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes, right?
Don Quixote had Pancho, and Jesus of Nazareth had 12. They've been around a long time.
Yeah. How did you get started in this whole motion picture business? I mean, it's hard to think of the Gene Autry movies without you, certainly.
Well, I started in radio. I came up through radio when I started. I was about 15 in Chicago. WLS.
Did you work with George Goebel and people like that?
Well, Goebel was on the show, yeah. Red Foley, Homer and Jethro, Lulabelle and Scotty, and the Williams brothers.
Yeah.
Quite a few started out as a great training ground.
Gee, we lost both Homer and Jethro now. I used to work with Homer's son, Ken. He used to work at the radio station here.
Yeah.
And, boy, you know, now you're bringing back some memories for me.
Well, there's some great radio days, and then I came out and I was with Bill Harris a year and did some writing with Jimmy Durante and did quite a few stuff, and then I was with Autry for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. Were you on the Phil Harris Alice Faye show?
Yeah.
As a writer, or?
No, I did a character on called Chicken Snyder 1 year on it for a whole season.
Yeah. Boy, now Phil Harris, he's the only one left from the Benny show.
Yeah, well, he's a very good friend. We talk all the time, and I see him about every couple of weeks.
Yeah, and he's done some voices for Disney as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I understand you're still doing radio, aren't you?
Doing what?
You're still working radio, don't you, for one?
I'm doing a little show now, a local thing on Autry's station. I do that, and I've got a studio here at the house, and I do it that way. But I own a TV station up at Victorville, Palmdale, Lancaster, up in the high desert.
Out in California.
Yeah, so I'm busy with TV up there a lot.
Uh-huh.
And then I do quite a bit of after-dinner speaking. That's, with George Burns and all of the gang, and at the Friars Club and all that.
Yeah. It's funny. You make your friendships, I guess, early in life, and they continue to carry on.
Yeah.
And no matter how the times have changed, I think radio certainly has gone through some periods of change. It's certainly different than it was.
Yeah, the live shows are gone, but the talk shows and music shows would go on and on.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see some of the live shows with dramatic things and maybe a band and a girl singer and a quartet.
Maybe
like Arthur Godfrey and these guys used to have.
Maybe that'll come back.
I think it would be good if they do it.
Yeah, because, sometimes they got all these little portable TV sets now, but sometimes you can't do anything. You got to sit there and watch the TV set.
Yeah.
Radio's a nice kind of a medium to listen to while you're just
Well, in radio, you're working to one person, whether it's in a car, in a bedroom, or just in the kitchen doing the dishes. There's one person usually.
Mm-hmm.
TV, they gather around, and it's a kind of a living room audience.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a different.
Through your whole career, what would you say one of your favorite things was to do? Was it motion pictures, radio, television? What was it?
Well, I liked radio better, but TV and motion pictures were good. I did 3 pictures with Elvis, and I did one picture. I was nominated for an Emmy as a TV film with Alfred Hitchcock called The Jar. It's rated as the best Hitchcock done of all the one-hour shows.
I think I remember that one. What's the basic premise for that?
Well, it was a jar, and it had a kind of a floating doll's eyes and things, and
I do remember.
Yeah, and at the end, my wife's head is floating in it. It's written by Ray Bradbury, who's a great writer, and Hitchcock said it was the best when he had all of the one-hour shows.
Yeah,
I like doing that.
I like that Hitchcock series. In fact, people like Ed Wynn made appearances on there, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of he surprised people with a lot of comedy people doing serious roles, and that's tough to do. But if you just stay around long enough, people think you're good, whether you are or not.
I think you got to be good to stay around, really.
Well, maybe it's that way. But
where did you grow up, Pat?
Well, I grew up.
Or have you grown
in
up?
Alabama, but I left home as soon as I got bus fare. I went up to Chicago.
Uh-huh.
I was 15. I went on radio up there, and I've never been out of work since.
Yeah, I really like the accent or whatever it is. I mean, as soon as you hear your voice, it is so distinctive. Everybody knows it's Pat Buttram.
Yeah, years ago, Walt Disney had a big dinner. A lot of us Hollywood people there, and Walt Disney said, "We have 2 of the most recognizable voices in the world on the dais, Orson Welles and Pat Buttram." And Orson got up and said, "Pat, we can't make obscene phone calls, you know."
Not that you'd want to, but I don't think you could, no. Yeah. When you know that you're being imitated, I guess people like Rich Little and people like that must try to do Pat Buttram, certainly.
Yeah, well, if they can make any money out of it, good luck to them. I don't mind.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious, what kind of show do you do? Just on the Autry show only, or would you, do any kind of syndicated things? Or?
No, I don't try to... You mean what kind of show?
Yeah, do you do kind of a funny program?
Well, tonight I'm doing a talk, a lecture at Lakeside Golf Club. It's a big party, and I do a thing there. Whatever the occasion demands, I do it. I write it and do it.
That's the country club.
It's TV or radio or what.
Yeah, well, that's the country club where all the big celebrities belong, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of them belong there.
In fact, I think Bob Hope had his old home right around there somewhere, didn't he?
Yeah, he lives right close there.
Yeah. I've been there. Walter Lantz took me there one time.
Yeah, he's still a member, still good and great. He's one of the original members.
In fact, I think he was hanging some artwork in there. He's doing his happy art and things in the barber shop.
Well, it's Hollywood's a great town, and
has it changed, Pat? It certainly is different.
Oh yeah, I lived right in the middle of Hollywood in the early days, and it's changed a lot. But everyone talks about how, maybe it's kind of bad at times, but everyone living in Hollywood is from someplace else, so they bring their hometown here to Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the stars were born somewhere else and then came out here, so it's just like any other town.
Yeah. I just want to ask you one or two other questions here before.
Well, one more will do.
All right. Well, here it is. Gene Autry's horse was named Champion, right? Gene Autry's horse.
Yeah.
Champion. What was your horse's name?
I didn't have a name. I just I called him a lot of things because I wasn't very good with horses. I didn't get along too well with them.
You look so natural on there.
Well, no, I would ride bad, fall off, and about half of the time it was not on purpose. It was accident. And it's pretty tough. I spent 8 months in the hospital from doing a film and got hurt pretty bad.
Oh, I don't mean to laugh then. I didn't realize that.
No, that's all right. It's part of the goes with the badge, and but making pictures in Hollywood and the show business, it's not all autographs and sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tough things to it.
Yeah. Well, listen, I just want to wish you a happy New Year, and I'm tickled to death that I had a chance to talk to you.
Well, thank you very much, and want to thank everybody for being such great fans and real nice people. And if I'm back to that way, we'll come around to see me wherever I am.
All right, and we'll invite you to stop by the station any old time here at
All right.
WJBC.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank